Hi, Avar. This is our weekly Perlim Legal general discussion. We're just going to touch on a few challenges of the week, maybe do a bit of training, try and understand a couple of concepts, and just review some of the things we're working on. Cool. So I'm actually going to share my screen with a couple of things that we are working on. So we're looking at someone who's inquiring regarding a Section 106 agreement. We're not too clear on the details of that claim just yet, but Avar, so it's unlikely that you're always going to have the answers as someone working in the sales department for the legal consultancy. But as you can see, you type in Section 106 and it's the first result. There's a couple of other links as well. Always great to see what gov.uk says. If you're not sure, they set things out very clearly. But here it starts to detail, okay, Section 106 legal agreement. It's going to have to do with local authorities and developers. It's going to be related to planning, so residential developments. And then there's certain things that the developers have to comply with. And that's what the Section 106 agreement is going to cover. Similarly, here on gov.uk, it's giving you your planning obligations. So if someone's looking for some advice on what those are going to be, we want to understand, okay, well, what actually are you trying to do? What's the development? Where's it going to be? Jurisdiction's important. Who's it for? These are the kind of questions we can ask. And then just to educate yourself going into one of those calls, so you know what you're talking about, the information is readily available. And obviously there's lots of sources. Speaking from personal experience, it is fun to go to a ChatGPT sometimes, but you've got to then take what ChatGPT says and test out if there's an authority that actually corresponds with what it's saying.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely cases where it can be quite inaccurate. There's also cases where it saves you a lot of time because it points you in the right direction. So I wouldn't discount it entirely. But yeah, no, I have nothing against us using it. We just got to use it wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
So
yeah,
with
go ahead.
sorry.
No, go.
With Catherine, basically she needs help with reviewing the contract. Do you mind if I just read out the additional details here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so it says Bracknell Council have asked us to enter into an Section 106 regarding a planning application we have submitted for a 4-bed new build. They have told us the sum of money they require, but have not mentioned any other requirements, except that we need a lawyer to enter into the contract. The determination date for the planning application is 30th November 2023.
Okay. So it's basically just the councils covering their bases. They're trying to make sure that it's
Okay.
done a certain way, and they want to make sure that that Catherine is serious enough about it.
Yeah.
One of the things to take into consideration is, so we are a consultancy. So what we focus on is largely pre-legal. When it comes to signing off as a legal representative, that's where we need to get a solicitor partner involved.
Okay.
So if that's one of the requirements for the council, then you can communicate it that way to Catherine. Is basically we're more than happy to help you review the agreement. Hey D, how's it going?
Hey, yeah, good. How you doing, guys?
Good, good.
Doing good, D. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. Sorry, please continue. I know that I'm butting in.
Not at all. So you can explain that we'd be able to help her review the agreement, but if you need someone to sign off, that's where you're going to need to get a legal representative involved, unfortunately. So
Okay.
it is a worthwhile lead, but it's not necessarily we're going to be able to take her to a certain point.
Throughout, yeah.
To take it all the way.
So with regards to the legal, like getting an actual lawyer to sign, would she have to figure that out herself, or are
No,
we also gonna help her get a lawyer?
Yeah, so we can help her find a lawyer depending on location. So we do have
Okay.
some solicitors that we partner with already, and they've got their focus areas.
Okay, good.
Chambers of barristers that are happy to help. Although they're a little bit more focused on the commercial side of things. So it really depends on the case. So once you want to make sure you collect as much information as possible, and then we can go, okay, well, do we have someone who's already on board that can help with this? Or do we need to do we need to help them find someone? Which we
Extra
can.
mile, yeah.
I mean, for one, I spoke to a gentleman this morning, Vincent. He was, it sounds like, unfairly dismissed, and he would need to bring his case to an ACAS hearing. We are able to help him prepare that case and review the case and make sure that he's, establishing it on proper legal principles and that it fulfills his contractual agreement. And in some cases, that's enough for him to then have a successful hearing. So in those cases, you can pretty much just set someone up for success, and it's something that is appealing to people because the alternative is a very large deposit with the law firm, and then a very large bill at the end of every month, and the value doesn't always stack up. So it just depends a little bit on case by case.
Okay. No, I think I'm going to go ahead and contact her. And well, because I think it is kind of time sensitive, so I'm hoping she's going to get back to me as soon as possible, or even today.
Yes.
And then I'll just go ahead with what you've already told me, and then discuss, and then I'll get back to you if I need any other help with Catherine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's just what I'm going to do.
Great.
Where's Rowan and Naomi?
So Rowan's days ended because he obviously does the half.
What time does he end his day?
1 o'clock, so it's pretty much 2 hours ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does he strictly end his day? Does he strictly end his day at that time? Does he?
No, he's quite often will actually work a bit overtime, but today he was unfortunately away from home already. So no problem with that. With Naomi, she's load shedding, so I've spoken to her separately about that.
Cool. Okay. Great. Yes. Understood. And then Ava, how are we looking in terms of deals that you think you might close by Friday, by tomorrow? Feel free to say I don't think there's going to be any. It's okay. It's not a trick question. I'm not trying to entrap you.
If only you knew what's going on in my head right now, every single day. It's because of Sheila. She's driving me nuts. But
forget Sheila. She's one of several prospects. Don't fixate on one person.
Yeah. I actually had 3 that I was hoping that I'd be able to somehow this week it would go well. And then one of them, which is Mary, she just told me that things are going okay on her end, so she might not actually need our help anymore. And then there's Shafiqala, and then there's Sheila. So
can you do me a favor? Can you share your screen and show me how you're messaging these people so I can see your back and forth? Great.
Okay.
Also separately, guys, please actually both of you watch the call I had for the account management team training. It's quite sales focused, but in terms of how I communicate, it's in the company updates group. Leave your timestamp comments. You'll find it quite insightful in respect of how you would approach clients currently, prospects as well as clients, to be honest with you.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Cool, great.
Oh, it says host disabled participant screen share.
Yeah, I heard it.
There you go. Should be fine now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm sure everyone can see now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let me just go back.
Okay, so you're not so this is why it's useful. This is not the tool. This is not our tool. Who told you to install Kubi? This is not our tool. This is not our tool. We have Lemap. So the WhatsApp CRM you're using currently is not Lemap. It's Kubi. Don't worry, just change it.
Is it?
Well, the name being different would be a big giveaway. But yeah, cool. Also share your entire screen. Try not just to share one screen, but that's cool.
Okay.
So no, fine. So two things. Number one, share your entire screen. Number two, use Lemmat, not Kubi. Number three, when you reach out to prospects, I would heavily advocate that you save them as a contact in your phone and write the word legal, because you will forget names very quickly. And then you can just type legal and then you can search for them. You could even type Sheila, legal prospect, George, legal prospect. And then you can even search prospect in your WhatsApp. You'll get a shitload of WhatsApp prospects that will come up. And then you can very quickly follow up with everybody in a systematic fashion. Does that make sense, Ava?
Yes, it does make sense.
Cool.
Funny thing, I actually thought this was Lemap because I actually had it downloaded, and then that's how I got WhatsApp Web. At first, I didn't have WhatsApp Web, and then with Kubi, it was because I got it from when I was still doing training. It was
Understood.
it
Don't
said
worry.
that we should download
That
it.
makes sense. It makes sense. You
But I'll
don't
do it.
use
I'll
you don't
uh-huh.
use WhatsApp Web very much, do you?
No, this is my first time using it, only because
Today,
of yeah.
today or since you joined Pearl Lemon? Because they're two different things, right? You've been here for 2 weeks.
Since I joined.
Okay.
Since I joined, yeah.
Okay. So I think that that's not quite the case, because you would have X'd out reach new customers if you use it every day, because that would piss you off where it says reach new customers. You see top left, there's advertising there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you also see bottom right on your desktop that it says 99 plus unread messages on your WhatsApp Web. Open
No,
that. Is
that's
that
not
your
my.
personal?
This is my personal WhatsApp. This is
Okay,
WhatsApp
cool. No
Web.
problem. Do me a different favor. Hit unread on this tab. It's just, I think there's just the one, which is good.
And then it shows me this thing, this Kubi situation, which was irritating me.
Yeah, that's not our tool. That's why. And in the company
Okay.
updates group, we were given instruction for lifetime deal coupons. So look, okay. So I'm going to be super direct. You'll adjust,
Okay.
but I say it because I want you to progress really quickly, because time is
Okay.
short, and these little things make a big difference because they indicate your diligence, your attention to detail, your earnestness, and the gap between what people say and what they do. And it's always fucking like that. The closer it gets to that, the better people do. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Amazing. So now go to the prospect. Good morning, Mary.
Okay, let's go to Mary.
It's there.
first.
It's there. I see it. It says good morning, Mary. The number ending 49.
Okay, let's just wear it. Should I start from the beginning of our conversation?
No, scroll
Or,
down.
sorry, the
Scroll down.
chat?
Why? So do not keep your out of office message on, because it just doesn't look good for a prospect. I would turn it off permanently. From a
Okay.
sales perspective, no one wants to say, "Oh, I'm out of office. Talk to someone else." That's not making me
Okay.
feel love. I would turn your out of office message off, number one. Number two, your messaging needs a shitload of work. You need to have energy and scroll up, go right to the top. Go right to the top, actually. Let me just go from the top. Great. So cool, good. You left a voice note, which was good. 210. Scroll down. Scroll down. Hold on. Okay, great. So between then and that, hold on. Thank you for your effective response, Mary. Actually, hold on. Okay, just a bit of awkward wording there. Thank you for your effective response, Mary. That sounds like a bot. And I think you know that sounds like a bot, right? Yeah, cool. All right, great. Also, when someone says thank you so much, we'll check it out, and you thumb up, that's actually rude.
Okay.
Look at her actual punctuation and emojis. Thank you so much. We'll check it out. And you're like,
Okay, now I see. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, she's buying from you. You're trying to sell to her. There's no matching of energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
Keep going. Hold on. Yeah, so this is a big problem with a lot of people that are fresh to sales. They do it all the time. Hey, Mary, I'm going to a meeting now, so may I advise at what time after the meeting? Well, no, again, is your English, are you native level English? Because that doesn't make sense in English. And it's okay if you're not. I just want to understand. I'm going to a meeting now, so may I advise at what time after the meeting? How free are you from 4 p.m.? Do you see how awkward that is when you read it out loud?
Mm-hmm.
And do you see how formal it is as well? Scroll back up. Scroll back up. Scroll down. Scroll down. So what I'm trying to communicate is you've got to speak like a human, not like a answering machine. Hey,
Okay.
hey, Ava, let me know when you have time to talk. And then, hey, so you respond at 2:17. Voice note. Afternoon, Mary. Afternoon, Mary. Hope your day's going well. Yes, absolutely. I'm just about to jump into a meeting, but do you have some time to chat around 4 o'clock in a couple of hours from now? Let me know. And if you do, I'll give you a ring. Cheers. Voice note. Do you see the difference between I'm speaking like a human? I'm not speaking like a robot. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
Also, great. Because if you speak better, if you speak better than you write, like de facto, because of the way you're wording things. How free are you from 4 p.m.? I'm 25% free. It's a weird question, isn't it? Just ask, are you free at 4? You're like, yeah. Yeah? Does it make sense?
Yeah. It's so weird because I'm quite the opposite as to how I actually text because I'm very
Well,
bubbly.
yeah, I don't know why you go. People do this fucking weird thing when they go into like sales. Suddenly they're like, oh, because it's not that you don't sell like that. You just talk
Yeah,
to someone. Just have a fucking conversation with me, dude. Does it make sense? Just keep going down.
makes sense. Yeah.
Keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going. Just go to the bottom now. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Wait.
Oops.
Yeah, yeah. Do you see how rude that is? Scroll down where it says, yeah, scroll up, scroll up,
Where?
scroll up. I will get back to you shortly. I'm currently in a team meeting. Hi, Eva. Good morning. Hope everything goes as they promise. I am pregnant. Do you think we should wait one more week? I will get back to you shortly, Mary. I'm currently in a team meeting. I would not work with someone who responded to me like that ever. Do I need to explain it or is it clear?
No, it's very clear.
Why
I
is it clear?
understand.
What do you understand?
So what I do understand is that I not probably, I have to let go of what I know to be, or when it comes to sales, that I've always known to be professional all the time or whatever it is. I think it makes more sense because I'm dealing with humans here. So I have to interact in a friendly manner, or not so much friendly, but then I need to show some emotion or some engagement, if I should say.
Because you're super bubbly, you smile all the time, you've got great energy, but this reads like a different person, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, exactly. Now answer my question. What's wrong with your response? You've given me a general improvement. What's wrong with this response and why?
With the I will get back to you shortly, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Probably I should have actually taken the time
You
to answer her. I don't
okay? So let's imagine you've got 30 seconds to reply to it. What would you say?
Okay, I'm gonna have to reread this again. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Well, firstly, I would want to actually empathize with her because now I know that I know that she's pregnant and she's probably frustrated. So I'd want to empathize with her, and
What would
then,
you reply? What would you reply?
oh, the exact words.
Of course, this is you talking about, if I say to you, what are your archery skills like? And we're in front of a target with a bow and arrow, and you spend 5 minutes talking to me about your archery skills. I would say to you, fucking try and shoot at the target. Let me have a look, right? Because that would be the fairer measure. Do you see the distinction between what you're doing and what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So I would probably
Okay. Let's wrap
like...
up. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. Stop sharing your screen.
Oh, okay.
Stop sharing your screen. Okay. First of all, I'm not angry. Breathe. It's all good. You're learning.
Mm-hmm.
I want to help you sell. I don't know what you've been taught, but the teaching has been crap.
Clearly.
Because I see that a lot of this stuff is new to you, and that's okay. I want you to bring personal Ava into the professional world. I think you'll do better. I think you'll do much, 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 much better. Imagine you're talking to your mum or your auntie or your sister who needs some legal help.
Yeah.
Because that's your strong suit. That's something you can do that Josh and I can't actually do, by the way. We can't compete on you on that front when it comes to your general sense of personal bubbliness. Josh, I think, is a reassuring consultant where you feel you're in safe hands. I'm maybe a bit more energy, a bit more pizzazz. You're the bubbly, like, helpful older sister who will make sure things get solved. This is like how I position, I imagine you. Use that. Josh can't fucking compete on that. I can't fucking compete on that. So bring your personal into the professional. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Cool. Joshua, any comments?
I'll just say you're a very likable person, Avar. So a lot of what Dee says makes perfect sense. And at the end of the day, people do buy from you more than they buy the service. So rather than taking anything personally, it's absolutely right what Dee says. You know, if you can, I'm aware you're pregnant. It's amazing. Had no idea. There must be so many things going through your mind. Like, that's the kind of response I'd expect from you, kind of thing. Okay, look, I'm currently in a meeting. As soon as I'm out, let me know when you're free for a call, and let's talk through what's happening. And then you don't even have to give legal advice at that point. You just need to talk to her, ask some questions, write down as much of the information as possible. That's all you got to do. I think the challenge with legal is you try to find the right answer when instead you should just be trying to ask the right questions, and then that's our job. Obviously, if you can do a bit of research and show that you know what they're talking about, or you know what you're talking about, that's going to help. But I think a lot of clients that we have helped, and some that we're wrapping up right now, I won't mention their names, but they're people who had issues with their landlords. I think we just made them feel good as a start, and then we solved their problem. Yeah, so that'd be my only comment. But like, I do think I agree with you. I think once you show people who you are, then the sales will come. And it doesn't come naturally. Yeah. I know what Dee say. I hate the like noted. I will advise. Like, no one talks like that. It's not fun to hear that. Like, if you send me this message, like, Josh, this is what I'm working on, and I just went, got it. You'd also be like, what the heck, Josh? What did you think about it? But yeah, otherwise, those are my comments.
You have any questions
thank you.
For either of us, Ava?
Right now, I think the questions I had, Joshua had already answered them, but let me just quickly, I feel like I did have a question. Because we were actually just going to go through the stuff that I'd texted to him.
Kind of stuff.
Oh, we were going to discuss about Shafiqullah, because we have a meeting with him at 4 p.m. UK time and 5 our time, and he was just going to discuss with me that.
So quick note for these calls then, I'm going to exit at this point, because these calls are going to be going on to YouTube, Ava. Never use a client's last name on the calls. First names is completely fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. You know, don't worry. It's okay. And there's, you know, we're not going to reveal anything, for example, public, so to speak. This video will go to the social team and they'll blur out the phone numbers for the people so that the phone numbers can't be seen. But just be mindful of those things. We can just first name and general client. That's fine. Okay. Because we don't reveal any privileged information. So, and so that's that. But yeah, look, you can definitely make sales here. I'm actually quite confident of that with a little tweaking. And obviously Joshua and me to a lesser degree, but we're both here to help you. And I want you to succeed. He wants you to succeed. Like genuinely, you're capable of it. You need, and it's coming obviously through what Joshua's giving you and to some degree to the conversation today. You just need some steering because the energy is there, the desire is there, the attitude is there. That's really the most important stuff. And if you can just get it into the right space and let it flow through your communication, I think you'll already begin to do better because the selling of legal services isn't contingent upon the level of legal knowledge that you have, as Joshua quite rightly pointed out. And that comes through delivery, which is Joshua's department also to ensure that clients are happy. And we've got a huge success rate anyway. We don't have any client who's unhappy or otherwise. So we're doing well. So I think that, you know, you'll do well there. So that's it from me. Good luck. And I shall see you guys back on whenever the next call is. Keep adding me to them and talk to you later.
Bye, Dee. Thank you.
Cool.